Well, what are the topics?
Well, just Jeff Wilson destroyed the hobby I love. Oh, wrong group. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
That was wrong. But so right.
I had to do it. And when I was dancing to the music, I was like, if you ever see the beginning of SCR, their live one, that's what they're playing, and they're dancing and stuff. So it's kind of funny. So welcome. Let's see. Tonight is August 27th. My boys are playing the Raiders tonight. Right now, I don't watch preseason. I'll watch if I'm gonna watch any of it. I'll watch highlights or what is it called, the no huddle or whatever it's called, where they condense it in a very quick game. But it will be, I guess, Will Greer's last game. That's what also Jeff Wilson kind of came up in my mind with Dallas. It sounds like, I guess, unless he didn't even dress out tonight. Thought they were going to let him play tonight and then release him afterwards was kind of the word, but we'll have to wait and see since the Trey Lance trade went through.
The Trey Lance era.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I haven't. I wonder if Dak's a little worried now. It just, I wasn't prepared to really talk about football kicking, even though the second half of the show will be the NFL. What's our league? Our league is YouTube Legends League, which I don't know how I got asked into that. But
Legends is kind of a strong word. But.
I'm glad you said it because I was getting ready to.
I'm like,
I'm the independent voice for the silent majority.
Yeah, I'm also in a baseball league, which is called the YouTube Hall of Fame League. And I'm like, and Scott? Is shit to say, and Scott?
Think a lot of yourself, Scott, don't you? Think a lot of yourself.
Like, I don't know how I'm getting in these leagues, but if you hang around the right people, you just kind of, you hang out in the right line. You might not be in the line, but sometimes you get in the VIP. If you just hang out around the front door enough, sometimes.
Yeah, remember what they said in health class at middle school? Hang around some people and you get something that won't wash off either.
Yeah, and I meant to upload a video today that my buddy Natsman sent me. I'll have that at the next one. It's a great video. It's a clean shaven Natsman. That's all I want to say. We got Dave already here.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I knew I should have gotten out a hat to wear tonight.
You should have.
I just got my Mets stuff on. I next shirt.
It is still baseball season. So.
Yeah, I got Mets stuff, even though the Mets are in last place.
No, this is fantasy football season right now.
101 wins or 105 wins, whatever they were, to last place. It's definitely. I could see the argument preseason whether they were maybe a little overrated and that stuff, but I don't think many people at all, if anyone, had them, being in the basement at this time.
All right.
Well, if we go back and watch the live stream where we picked who's going to win each division, I know I was definitely wrong.
Me too.
Yeah, division. I'm still in there though for my World Series pick though. I'm happy with that. I had the Phillies and Stros, and Astros are hanging on by fingernails until last spot right now.
I watched some of the Phillies game. I had the Phillies on while I was working on some stuff today, watching that, of course. And then after that I had something on MLB Network, and then whatever else. I was just flipping from game to game, watching the ends of games. And the Mariners won again, and it was just like the crowd there was electric. The announcers fired up the Mariners. It's unbelievable how well they've played.
Yeah, the Mariners are. Well, if you're going to peak, This is the time to do it. So one question, the elephant in the room for me is what's going on in the hobby this week. And it seems like people are taking joy in the drama.
They're taking joy in everything. First, it's Wander Franco.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Then it's Panini. It's always something.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk. Panini and Fanatics. Do we care as a consumer?
Mhm.
That's the only thing I care about as a consumer. But
If you football guys, you tell me. I know I'd be pissed if I wasn't looking like I wasn't getting any baseball cards.
But that's what I'm talking about. So everybody's like having a joyful time with this thing, breaking down the what ifs and all that stuff. Brad, I don't see you on my screen. I see you're trying to get on. I don't see a camera. But
By the way, Scott, how many people can you have live streaming on this at once?
I thought I could have 10.
Okay. I was just curious.
It's several.
If not, I'll get off. But anyway, but that's my whole thing was like I talked about it yesterday is I just don't get the we're going to pay for it at the end. Whatever comes down the line, the consumer always gets the tail end of it. That's my only thing. I just wanted to bring it up real quick before I got into fantasy football.
There's going to be football cards this year.
Yes.
I mean, at least for the season, right?
There already technically is. I mean,
Yeah, you got a couple of products from
Score
Panini.
came out and something else. The nonsense I bought at the National with all the damaged rookies.
Legendary or
Yeah, and then
Legacy.
Tops will have something. I bet you a base Tops comes out, but probably later in the football season. And I'm sure they've already been working on it.
right.
And I'm sure there's going to be at least a high end to middle end product. I mean, it may not be 20 to 30 sets this year, but I bet you they put out 10.
Is that why you think the players union switched like they did? I don't know where you think that's what it is that they signing over the top, so everything's up and up.
Supposedly Panini didn't do something, whatever that is, reveal their financial or something. There's some loophole in there that everybody's thinking, but to me, I don't really care about any one monster eating another monster. We still got to deal with a monster at the end of the day, and then we got to feed that beast, and that's going to come out of our pockets at the end of the day. But
You did about that, Lee.
that's right. So
So for me, just like as a cards perspective, beyond the illegal bullshit that's going on,
yeah,
and not counting the fact that like there is that chance if there's lawsuits back and forth, things could get drawn out. Like worst case scenario, it could get drawn out where you don't get any type of official licensed stuff beyond what's been produced for a couple years. But I think that's a long shot. I don't think that's likely to happen. As just speaking on products, and I'm not someone who I don't do a crazy amount of football. I did way more football in the late 90s than currently. I'll buy some singles during the year. I'll open a little bit, but I just don't go crazy with it. One, in part because of the price point and just obviously it being a pricey hobby, you can't do everything, right? We'd all love to do everything, but you can't do it all. So I'm going to shift more towards the baseball. I personally prefer Topps products to Panini products. I feel like I'd be in the minority in some cases, especially with current football collectors. People love Prism. I don't really love Prism. I like Prism Parallels. I don't love like the base cards. I have never loved that most of the products are sticker autographs, stuff like that. So I actually don't really care about Panini losing it in terms of the products. There's a handful of nice products. I love Flawless and National Treasures. Those are great looking products, but they're also products that I'm not buying more than one or two cards of a year at most because they're so outrageously, and it's not something you can open. So like, I'm not going to miss that stuff. And that's just kind of my thought.
Dave, do you like the comic looking cards, that are, I guess, are those short printed for like what they've been doing for football and they've started doing for the baseball?
I mean, I haven't really opened up too much football. I'm more of a singles guy anyway, so I don't really know too much about the new football products. I mean, I know there's a there's a ton of parallels, which is a little ridiculous with Panini. I think they've taken it to a level that's just not good for the hobby. I mean, I think a lot of that stuff, when people realize that stuff's nothing that special, the values are going to go down, especially with the Prism. I mean, there's 40 parallels in Prism. And I think if you looked at like Select, like each player, a lot of them had like 3 cards in the base set with, there's like 120 something parallels if you just broke them down. So, I mean, any National Treasures has sticker autos in it for that big of a product. I mean, I don't know. I'm not upset they're going away. So,
Yeah, and that's what I want to make clear, and I've been saying this. I don't care about Panini leaving. I don't think Panini's been great for the hobby, but I also don't think, that we're going to see Fanatics being. I think they're going to start off like gangbusters, but how big they are, and customer service doesn't pay bills. At the end of the day, they know that we're our collectors, and 99, they could piss off one person, but the rest of us are going to go out and still buy the stuff. And even the person they probably pissed off will probably buy the box of cards.
Yeah,
later.
I mean, the best case scenario would have been for everyone to get licensing. That would be the best products. I think it was it your channel where you mentioning Jump Jack era was it really the era of innovation.
Yeah.
So the best scenario would be for everyone, bring it all back. Pinnacle, Score, all that stuff.
Yeah, Upper Deck Football,
Original Leaf, like all of that Upper Deck, that would be best. But the reality is that's not going to happen. So given the choice, I mean, if I had to pick one or the other to run everything, I would want Topps to survive because I love the history of Topps baseball products.
Right. And I like wrestling, right? And everybody talks about the Attitude Era of WWE. But what made that era so great was WCW and the Monday Night Wars. And then you put in ECW. And you have all these other brands that were trying to be Kickstarters. You kind of got the same thing, but Vince McMahon just squashes them. WWE has been doing Fanatics things before Fanatics even thought about it. So,
hey, hats off to old Dusty.
Yeah.
Old Dusty, he passed away.
Are you talking about Terry Funk or?
Yeah.
So I just don't. Yeah, I just don't. I'm like, I just feel like we're gonna go down the same road that we've already had with Panini, same type of thing every year in a year, same thing we've already had with Topps. Even though I think the sets this year with Topps, it has taken a step in the right direction. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get on. I was kind of hoping Brad would get on because I think Brad would be great for this question as well. Hopefully we do. I just double checked. Yes, I can have up to 10 people on my channel at one time.
Can I ask one question? Just kind of like on the tail end of that. What do y'all think? I know a lot of people don't like Leaf, but I think Leaf's like, I don't want to offend anybody, but like the poor man's version of National Treasures or something. You can get some autos, even though it may not be like a game used. And they got the entertainment cards and stuff. With Brian stepping down from Leaf, do you think Leaf's going to even be relevant anymore? There's talk. I said, what they said that they might get merged up with Fanatics possibly.
Well, I mean, he still owns them. So to say he's stepping down is a huge leap. But yeah, you're correct. You put that very good. I mean, they are a poor man's NT. And the non-sports stuff is where they really excel at. But to me, I don't care. I'm not a Brian Gray fan. Upper Deck does the same thing. If not, maybe better. But that's my own personal thoughts.
Either one of y'all?
I wish. I mean, I think just the non-team logo uniforms kills them. because
Yep.
the reality is, I mean, I looked at a couple of at National. I mean, I could have bought a Joe Montana autograph for $70 at the National. You put that on a Panini product, it's $200.
At least,
You know, so but the only thing, they're also stickers. There's a lot of sticker autos in Leaf, where that was my only thing. Like, I'm not going to buy it, not yet. But I'm considering buying some of those big quarterbacks from Leaf because of they're so cheap.
Mhm.
So I think they have a good spot in the hobby. So like, if I don't have that much money, but I really want this autograph, I can go get a Leaf and get it for a pretty reasonable price. Like, I own
all
I do
those
have
are
an on-card Cal Ripken Jr. autograph from Leaf, and it cost me way less than it would have with any other products. And it looks good, and it was on card, so I'm cool. Buy it. But I think there's a spot for them.
Yeah. See, I like their wrestling products because wrestling doesn't really, as long as it doesn't say WWE or whatever on it, you're fine. So that's easy, right, for them. And most of them, like I said, that Ric Flair, all these behind me, wrestling, that came out of Leaf, their Leaf products, my 8x10s. So,
Oh, I didn't know they did those.
and I have some. I have a Bill Goldberg 101 Leaf auto, stuff like that. So, you know, they get, once those guys are like in limbo and contracts, or their contracts are over, they're easy gets. So, let's see here.
Let me see if I can find that Ripken.
Mike,
I
do you have any
mean,
thoughts?
you know, when you have some stuff like Leaf produces some stuff that's pure junk, and they produce some stuff that's kind of nice, obviously, like a lot of companies. So you have just some more stuff on the market, some cheaper stuff that I think, is obviously can be beneficial for some people in the hobby, just to get a little more out there. They do interesting stuff. I think their Pop Century stuff is probably some of
Yeah.
their more popular items.
Yeah, it doesn't have the
Oh,
logo.
sweet.
But that's a pretty clean card.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
clean auto, yeah.
they hit it too really well.
Yeah,
I'm just not. I used to buy a Leaf before I knew who Brian Gray was, and once I started watching him more and more, Ed's having problems at the house. He said,
Yeah, litany of excuses already starting for him when his team is 0-5.
"Oh, sorry, Brad. Do you need me to? Do you have another way for me to send it on your phone or whatever? I think you've had that problem with me before. Just let me know, Brad."
Yeah, Brad would be cool. I don't know.
But my next question, and Brad, please, if you can't get in, chat. That was a great. I love that question. We talked a little bit about that Friday night. But we're going to do our draft tonight, and it feels like, yes, in our collecting world, it seems like our everything is quarterback driven in the card world. Especially, for people that are looking to make gains financially. But
I mean, if you want to make your biggest gain, you can pick the right defensive player, buy the cards for $2 his rookie year, wait 25 years, and sell them for like $100. That'd be your highest percentage. But
that's right.
most
But now
people
for the
aren't
quick
that patient or savvy.
Yeah. Yeah, most people ask people about some of those quarterbacks from 2018 or whatever. But my question is like tonight, I'm looking at our draft board. Now, granted, our quarterback system is not, I like the way Dave's got our quarterbacks. It's team driven, not player driven. But even if I look at the top 100 in the magazine I got over here, the quarterbacks are pretty far down, which in fantasy football for points, there's a reason for that. But Justin Jefferson, he's a huge name in football. Is that somebody, that is, I guess what I'm saying is there any way that fantasy football drafts some of the cards for this? Like, do you see fantasy football? Because, I mean, a lot of people everybody plays fantasy football. But people that collect, do they sit there and go, oh, that guy's going to score project to score this many touchdowns. Do you think it helps with any of the purchases in the football world?
I'm sure they're paying attention to it. I mean, so what fantasy football is going to do is it makes you pay attention to how everybody does. The team either you drafted or you're playing, or you're just paying attention to all the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure, like some guys going crazy in fantasy football, just in the league in general, people are going to go out and buy his stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's just what it is. Yeah, I need
I like
that card back. Actually, I have one of those. It's all jacked up. But no, it's
Wasn't it with you when you bought that?
I've collected especially I would say autographs of guys that were on my fantasy team, and I just end up learning about them and liking them. And I'm like, I need to get an autograph of that guy.
I tend to do the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll even say hey, a little selfish plug here, but when I do my spreadsheets, I have some of those guys on there that on my spreadsheet on Etsy. But I put some guys on there that they're on my fantasy team having a good year. I'm like, I need to add them to the sheet. Let me find the rookie cards.
And then if you get the sheets from Dave on Etsy and you need a specific card, you can always go on eBay and Mike O's card shop, and maybe it'll be available.
It's true.
You can send an offer. So
I should have made banners for all of this. We wouldn't be able to see my
and if
name.
I don't have it, you can check out, Big Scott. Maybe he's maybe that rookie's part of his purge and it's getting popped up on there.
Yeah, my 10 cards I got on eBay. Less than that, I've been actually selling them because I'm basically giving them away. I think I got some Myco purchases right here actually today. Got them in yesterday. So with some Jackie Bradley Juniors. He's like, Mr. Trash Can, but they hit Scott's pile. Okay.
I literally, actually, the one Allen and Ginter, I was going through this stuff, and I found this pile of Allen and Ginter, and I saw Jackie Bradley, and I threw it on the side. I'm like, I got to remember to send that to Scott. Maybe the one person who wants it.
Well, I actually bought a guy today that pitched for the Rockies last night. He's only got draft picks out right now. But he's from Richmond, Virginia, pitched at NC State. So I didn't have one of him, so I had to pick that up. And that's a shame. Mondays is me and my dad talk baseball on my channel.
There you go. Plug it away.
Yeah. So, and he hit.
You're going to start your campaign for the YouTube Hall of Fame?
And he is not a procrastinator. What is he can see the future because he called the Ohtani
thing. Procrastinate.
Predictable.
Yeah. There you go. We're 4 geniuses. We'll get it. Shane was fast. That's right. Hashtag. I was on Carlos's show Friday night, so if I don't learn nothing, I learn how to shamelessly plug my channel. Who was that from?
That might have been mine. I don't know. Now
Brad is on the clock. It's probably mine. I got it up too.
Maybe I should open our draft.
Yeah, so we started our draft. 8:30 is draft time.
Shameless plug. I'm working on a CGC order. That video will be up on the channel in about a month and a half.
I didn't see who. Man, that was quick. The first 2 picks were quick. Pick 2's up.
So did a bunch of people not have keepers?
Yeah. Well, some, but you won't see those until later. So they go in the different rounds where they're keeping them.
So Brad did take Justin Jefferson, which, I mean, that was kind of a given.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler, yeah, that's. Now this
problem with fantasy football, it's such a crapshoot. Like you take a running back and then the guy gets hurt, that type of stuff.
Now here's my dilemma. I got a couple seconds to talk. So I have never seen a tight end, I don't think, this high up. Even in number 5.
Oh, yeah, that's your
Kelsey.
Don't take them, dude. Just pass them.
I am going to pass him. I'm not taking a tight end that low, that high. I mean, whatever.
Because I'm going to take him if it comes to me. I'll just throw that out there.
Sidebar question. Follow up on Mike. CSG is taking non-sports cards now, right?
Yeah, CGC technically.
Okay.
Big Scott 35 going with a Miami Dolphin. Just to try and get on the good side of Brad.
That's right. So, do y'all stick away in the draft? Do y'all shy away from your favorite team players?
Nope.
I know I do.
I think I tend to take like the lower level guys sometimes because you know him. You're like, oh, this guy had a good, this guy's projecting to be pretty decent. Take a shot on him late.
Now I'll take Dallas's defense just because I'm gonna be yelling at them anyway. So, yeah, CGC's taking non-sport. That's. I do have a video of at the National my 1977 Wonder Bread set that I did of Star Wars. I actually got 7 or higher on everything. No 10s, but that's okay. It's a tough. Ray from Philly right now. What did he take? Cooper Kupp.
Who'd he take?
Cooper Kupp. DAMF Bizzle. Is that Mr. Fisher bike?
Mr. Fisher bike, yeah.
Is he in his car doing this right now, driving down the road? That's the question.
He's in the fire truck trying to put out a fire and drive at the same time.
I hope the alarm bells don't go off tonight. He takes Derrick Henry. Not a bad pick. And this is something, that when fantasy football started, wide receivers going this early.
Was Ed in this last year, Dave?
No,
he wasn't. No.
That's probably why he's confused about the quarterbacks.
Yeah. So yes, Ed, you draft
The team quarterback.
I actually like that because if your quarterback goes down, then you're not screwed. So that was well played, Dave. And here, the owner of the league is on the clock.
All right, who did you?
There's your boy Saquon right there.
No, I already got a keeper running back, so
feels like a Garrett Wilson pick.
That is a Garrett Wilson pick. It's a good call.
There you go. First of all, he could be really, really good this year. I mean, he's going to be good most likely.
And he answered my question with this pick.
I guess I'm on the clock, and I'm on an eBay thing. I guess I'll take a team quarterback. How the hell do I draft?
Wow, you took a quarterback, huh?
Oh, I'm not picking. Ray's on the clock. I'm next up.
Who'd you pick the first time, Mike? I missed that.
It was my keeper. It was Jamar Chase, Cincinnati. He was the best guy to keep if I was going to keep someone. So in past keeper leagues, I have passed on keeping anyone and just drafted guys instead. But
I was thinking, but when I saw where I picked Pollard last year.
So, I mean, obviously, I just took Kansas City's quarterback. So, obviously, you want him to stay healthy because if the actual quarterback gets hurt, then I don't know how long you'll keep him.
The league I used to be in, you could have a keeper, but you could also trade that for a trade pick.
Who is MD Pitt?
Quarterbacks do
Mike Druga. He's a MD Pitt 23 or something on YouTube. He's been around like old school guy.
Okay.
He appears in a few national videos on the Mike O channel.
Yeah, Brad.
Years ago.
Pollard, I think I picked in the 12th round last year. Yeah, when I saw that, I was talking to Dave as I was looking at it, and that was a no-brainer.
Well, so quarterbacks generally get picked very late. You were bringing this up earlier. In the hobby, they're number one, and they're borderline all that matters to some people.
Right.
And in fantasy, it's like the opposite. They're like, they go so late. But
Well,
in
there's
this league,
there's a reason.
like
Yeah.
they're worth a ridiculous amount of points. So like if you have a guy who's consistently having good weeks in comparison to a guy, you know, you're stuck with a beater guy, like that's a
Right.
lot of points to give up.
But when you look at it though, how many points difference is it between the number one quarterback and the 10th quarterback?
I don't know. Last year, I was killing it early in the year with Lamar Jackson, of course, dual threat, running, all that
Right.
stuff. And then when he got banged up and he missed the end of the year, like I was able to be okay filling in for him, but it definitely wasn't the same. Like if you're in a tight league, you can, you know, eventually lose some points. But yes, once you get past a certain number of guys, they do start to become the same.
Yeah, and if you're drafting like first, and say you take Mahomes number one, by the time you get back to you get the second, your third round pick, the difference between those guys and those first couple running back receivers is big difference, but you can get someone comparable to Mahomes in the third or fourth.
Shit. Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. My channel, man. What am I going to do? Take away money? I got to owe money I'm not making.
Like I had Nick Chubb last year. He was really good. He just got drafted by, got drafted by someone here.
Careless Whispers.
And he was good, but he was another guy who got banged up a little bit, and then you had some splitting of carries. So like that's the crapshoot with running backs now. At one point, running backs were the big thing in fantasy. You had that era where Sean Alexander, LaDainian Tomlinson, Priest Holmes, a bunch of these guys were running for 1,700 yards and 20 touchdowns. And now, how many guys run for 1,000 yards? It's down to like a half dozen because they split. Running back, I feel like you need the guys who catch the ball as well. That kind of vital in there.
Well, you want if you're going to get if you're going to get the running back, at least get the running back that gets the touches inside the 10.
Yeah.
Because I've had that problem in the past too, where I got the guy that gets all the yards, but then they put in the other running back inside the 10. So I'm going to have that problem this year with Pollard. Pollard might not be in there on first and goal to goal. So,
Scott, will this get graded?
Yes.
I figured.
It'll make your collection great again. That's all I know.
Was that a blue one, or was that just the background of that card?
Background.
Okay.
I didn't even see what card was it.
Trump. You've had several Trumps graded by.
I had the old PSA ones, the first one when he won, and I actually had tons. I think I bought 40 of them, and I sold every one of them, and they sold actually really well. But if I would have actually, and whatever, like I bought them and sold them, who cares? But that's one of those things. If I actually held a couple years, those graded ones, like I think I sold them for like $60 or $80, and at some point they were selling for like $600, $800, something outrageous.
You think I should send it to PSA then?
Oh, I don't know what that one, like the one when he won the election was like a really popular.
This
one.
is the last
no idea.
election.
I'm sure they've dropped a little bit, but
I was figuring everything going on, that might be a good flip.
see this channel is going to.
If you're ever thinking about selling, do not send it to CGC.
Okay.
If you're ever going to think about selling anything, except for Pokemon cards or something like that.
All right. Let me know when one of y'all are doing a PSA then.
I almost said so.
Because I got some of the Star Wars ones that I don't want to send us that are dupes that I want to send.
All my old players being drafted. Travis Etienne, he was on my squad last year. He's gone. Nick Chubb. I actually got a lot of good late value.
What is going on, James? Jonathan Taylor better get traded.
I drafted him today in my other league.
I got a draft next weekend as well.
I'm still doing a draft right now.
How do you
Oh,
keep up with all of them?
I
How do
had
you keep up with all of them, Scott?
I got draft next weekend too.
what drafts?
Oh my God! Well, no. I've done fantasy football for years, but being in so many different leagues.
Oh shoot! I used to do about 14 a year. I try to win. My goal was to win $1,000 every year. I've done it more times than not.
Dave, are you in a bunch of them too?
I'm in 3. So, but with the one I'm drafting on right now, it's a dynasty league. So we're going to be keeping like we're doing 26 rounds, no defense or kicker, and you keep 21 next year of who you draft. And you only draft 5 rounds of rookies like the next year. So some a little different. And then I have one more in my normal league, which is drafted next week. I've been there for like 10 years.
Mike, do you do multiples?
I
same
used to.
time?
I used to run a league that was really good for a long time, and then I eventually just gave it up. I got too busy with stuff. So now this will probably be the only one I do. And I only did the one baseball league this year, but I used to always do multiples.
Yeah, when I moved to Iowa, I kind of cut it out because Iowa wouldn't let you do it online because they said it was gambling.
Okay.
It was one of the
Even if it was for fun?
even though they're the number 1 state in the country for selling scratch offs. Everywhere you go, they got these pull tab things where you throw money in a thing and do these pull tabs I'd never seen before. And now they got casinos everywhere, and so that kind of did away with that.
We always did a big party, big fantasy draft party. That was always fun.
I've done a few in person. In person is definitely awesome. Of course, nowadays we're kind of semi doing it with a few of us in the draft here, but I've done that for baseball before, football. It's definitely
It's fun doing it.
fun times.
Personal.
My childhood friend one that we all grew up together. We started where it was a little bit of a party. We have a keg and everything and food. Then it kind of progressed to like after the first 4 rounds, we had some entertainment come in. And after 8 rounds, more entertainment would come in. Kind of went on like that the rest of the night. Nobody really cared about the draft after the first few rounds. What is this NFL thing?
Who's kicking what? What the? It's
I
a
was just
kicker.
skip that. Oh, I'm on the clock in 5 picks. Okay. I haven't had to yell at Ed yet. I haven't been paying attention. Has he been stealing any of my picks? When I saw he was 5th, I was like, I got somebody
I
behind me.
thought Ed was going to pop on, hang out.
Well, he said his
Dave took my next pick. Damn Dave.
Don't worry, I already hate my team, so it's all good.
For anybody just joining us live, they are actually doing their
People are
fantasy
tuning in
football
and
draft.
rolling their eyes and tuning. It's one of those fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy sports in general. I feel like that's one of those things that you're passionate about, you care about, and when you tell other people about it, they're like, I don't give a shit. Especially if they're not in your league, they're just like.
Now we do have a 2-team league or 2-league system at work, and then at the end, the 2 top teams play each other. It's pretty big at work, so and that makes it fun. A lot of. That's the one I got next week.
We divided up. We divided up in divisions and did it. Then had the whole playoff thing too. So it was pretty wild. Yeah.
I was one in Virginia, and we did that in person. It was at the bar I used to hang out at. It was 2 divisions of 16 teams.
That was
pretty tough.
My football team was called the Bedrock Barons. So once y'all's names for your teams.
My team is just Big Sky 35. Nothing.
No creativity.
But I have tacos as my helmet.
my yeah,
I have food.
yeah. Since this league is mostly all YouTubers, we just use our YouTube names. But in my other league, I'm One Man Wolfpack. Is the name of my fantasy team,
Oh,
and then Blackbeard's
Yeah.
Delight.
Mike, did you name any of your stuff, or is it Mike?
I'm pretty sure I might
Football?
be named Timur Skowski. I don't even think I ever changed anything. I don't even know what my baseball name is. I'd have to look it up. I did used to have creative names. So I won a championship one year with Charlie Batch as my quarterback. I picked him up. I think he made spot starts for like the Steelers. Whoever I had got hurt. So my team name the next year was Ken Win with Charlie Batch.
It was pretty cool. My wife's family owns the local trophy shop, so the guys from work, they still do the league. And when I left, you had to pay to get into the league, so I got paid. It was kind of funny, but for my spot, but they still come in with the football trophy, and still coming in wanting the team name and the season and their record on it. We get to pass the trophy around. That was
I think I have a T-shirt somewhere still that I got in the mail from. I was in some Yahoo league or something.
somebody tell me if I draft somebody that's not even playing. That'd be great. Because me and Mike's talking, I haven't looked at anything, so this is like the first time. James, it's just you pick players and you get points for yards, touchdowns, receptions. And different leagues work different ways. Passing. Yeah.
y'all should. Y'all wouldn't believe it, man. Probably,
Should I
you
go
probably would. But
Flowers or Kincaid and Dynasty? I just traded Dalvin Cook for 2 first-round picks on this year and 1 next. I picked Charbonnet first, and now need to decide between Flowers or Kincaid.
Okay, I'm a dumb at because I was like Flowers. He's getting Flowers for somebody, and Kincaid. That's a candy, like dessert place down here in the Charlotte area, and I'm thinking, what's he in trouble for?
The 2 tacos in my league have won the championship back-to-back years now. One guy drafted 4 kickers and ran away with it. My point is, life is meaningless and absurd. Enjoy the ride. Hey, Stoff.
What's that stuff? What's up, man? Oh man, I hope you're doing good, man. Jump on if you can.
I was looking for Jerome Bettis, but he must have been already picked.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh gosh!
If you want to see him, I'll go to my closet and get him out of there.
That'd be number 3 turn around the league in autographs. My first time I was playing was Dynasty. Got to keep 2, so I kept LaDainian Tomlinson and Vic, and I won like 4 years in a row.
I think somebody sounds like needing to go to Black Mountain.
We go with the good Iowa kid here. Player for Minnesota.
Minnesota.
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah. Yeah, when he got traded from Detroit to Minnesota, all of a sudden he decided he wanted to play football last year. Well, sometimes that just works better. Just, I am like, I'm thinking about, how cute, how color coordinated these uniforms are when I pick them,
Hey, that's the way my wife picks the Super Bowl.
He's got the best colors.
That's what him does. Yeah, best uniforms. She's been pretty accurate until this past year.
So she liked the Eagles uniforms, you're saying?
She couldn't tell you who the team was, but she judged if it looks purdy. All right,
Look Purdy.
here you go, Scott. Coming back here. I had to, got me. We're doing football now, and got me. I had to show me one football card. There's a little button back there.
Ray from
Oh, there
Philly.
you go.
Bears.
When did you get that?
I've had it.
Oh, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Ask her if it like made a difference. Like, is that his like childhood team or something? Or because it just seemed like in Detroit, or they just didn't use him in Detroit. I don't know what they were doing, but he went from like being his like by far one of the best, if not the best, tight end in college football to not knowing what side of the ball he was playing on in the pros.
Why is this not working?
Yeah, John Riggins.
The man. These
3 yards in a cloud of dust. Diddle, diddle, diddle. Riggins up the middle. What else can I do from that there for you? Yeah, I think Charlotte's. There's a show in Charlotte next weekend or the weekend after, I think. At that same hotel we went to. That's me.
Still haven't been to a show since the National.
I went to one like the week after. I don't know. They won't all
Hey,
that.
did you see that message I sent you where I pulled the trigger on that one product? Scott?
Yes, I said nice. Yeah, you said you
okay.
bought 2 boxes of it, Star Trek.
Yeah,
Is that new TV series?
it's the new one.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I'm wondering why.
I picked the
Yeah,
wrong guy.
battery, but he was big enough when he did kick up. He kicked up enough dust. You know.
Battery, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. In his prime, and that man can run. The man ran track in college too.
Dave investing in Kirk Cousins.
No, I hit the wrong button.
Buy some rookie cards. Who are you going to draft?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Still there?
Let's see. Ray's here. Let's see what he's taking. Oh, the Vikings quarterback got taken by Dave.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Kirk Cousins is the man this year.
Well, I guess he's gonna be.
Dave ain't too thrilled.
Uh,
I guess I'll go with them. I went to hit the other button. I'm having some issues here with the draft.
Ray took the gambler, Calvin Ridley. Got my tight end out of the way. Now I have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a tight end. So
get
I
your
can
kicker
start
next.
just picking best available.
Get your kicker next.
Oh, I see what was happening here. I thought it was my turn, but that was my keeper. So, like, I'm trying to draft somebody. It wasn't working. I ended up accidentally hitting.
So you kept Kirk
Mickey, so
Cousins?
I put him in the queue accidentally instead of the other guy.
Yeah.
That's what happened. All right, now I'm going to have to redo this shit. All right.
Dave, have you watched any of that programming on Netflix with the Jets?
Oh, the Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched every episode of it.
They had what 3 so far? I actually watched it the other
3.
day. It was pretty good, despite
Do you wait till everybody leaves the house before you watch it? And you do questionable things to yourself, or
Who? Me? I'm going to like go there. You're really a Jet fan.
I watch Hard Knocks is pretty interesting. I think what was last year? Last year was the Lions, right?
Probably.
I think I watched it.
I haven't watched since like the Jets were on there with like Rex Ryan. So
I haven't. Every now and then I'll just watch like a group of them. NFL Films does good stuff. I will say that. Like I wish. I mean, baseball has good highlight packages and like their year-end stuff. Some of that stuff's solid, but like the All Access, like the Super Bowls, they find a way. They'll do like the regular Super Bowl recap, but then they'll do all like a few different shows where they use some of the same, but it's just like it's pretty amazing what they do.
I watched that one with the that had Mahomes and
I have
Kirk
not.
Cousins. I forgot the other quarterback.
What's that? There's that one on Netflix. Like I don't have Netflix. So I never watch anything that's on there.
That was pretty good. That was really pretty good. I couldn't think of the third quarterback though to save my life.
Wasn't it Mariota?
I can't remember. I want to Google it.
who's up here? Joey's up right now.
And the chat's fairly active, I guess, considering our current lack of content as we're just all browsing and
How many
looking.
people's watching?
we have 6 people.
Some
It's
stuff.
okay. There's
some
2
people
other
jump on.
guys going on right now going against this.
Who's going against us?
I got I think I don't know if Bowman 51 or whatever 53 whatever Bowman he usually does this time slot, but they have the four collectors has an 8-hour marathon. I know they're going on right now too.
I did watch one of those early this morning. What the hell just happened?
Thought it started-
Y'all just don't know what you're missing if you ain't here live. Damn
I
it.
thought it was one. I'm not looking to get a bunch of. This is a. I don't know. This is kind of.
This is a bloopers reel for the
Yeah,
draft.
this is just. If you want to see us talk about fantasy, I knew you know.
Oh,
No,
first defense is off the board.
Who took it?
Who took it?
MD Pitt. My
What team?
Juga. He took 49ers.
Oh shit! I'm on the clock. Whoops.
I was going to do that too.
So I'll throw out a question that we can talk about too, and get the chat involved. Ohtani, what happens to him? Does he have a big contract? Does he hurt his contract? Is he going to have to do a 1-year contract?
Oh,
Does he
shit.
have the Angels.
What the fuck?
Well, you got the Saints defense, Mike. Good job.
There goes the algorithms.
The commissioner needs to avoid that pick. God damn it!
I don't know if I can. I don't
Yeah,
have to-
was it a lot? Was it a preview or I thought it was a SGC?
I literally just searched defense just to see what the rankings were, and I was like, oh, I saw the queue button, so I was like, oh, I'll just add something to the queue for later, and then
that was your pick.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop it.
Oh well. I think it's probably from doing it in the past. It's league manager tools or
This
something.
feels like when
Yeah, but I don't
Skynet
want to do
took
it in the
over, y'all.
draft. Let me see what we do from here. Hold on.
You don't have to do it.
Hey,
It's not a big deal.
anybody
There
else
used
wants
to,
to
there
go
used
up
to
the
be a
draft?
tab.
Fine, that'd be great.
Who are you trying to get?
I mean, like I was just gonna continue with depth right now, but I was actually
Give him the best defense there is.
no. I was gonna take Kyle Pitts originally.
Oh, Ohtani, just because he's hurt doesn't mean he's overrated, James. You did stir up some shit though. You had that whole section of the room.
Just leave it. Whatever.
Hey,
It's not
I
a
don't
bad
think
pick. It's not a bad pick.
I mean, it was
Big, but
about
you have the Saints.
it was about 40 draft picks too high based on their average draft position.
I mean, is Ricky Jackson the middle linebacker? Or
I think they do have a decent defense, but they shouldn't go one pick after the 49ers.
Yes, I don't know. Oh, there it is on.
It's not a big deal.
I don't think Otani's hurt,
I
Scott.
think I paused it. Hold on.
you don't think he's hurt?
Fake injury to draw up interest.
Why pitch for the Angels right now if you're on the verge of leaving and getting a good contract and to get what you just said? Why risk it?
I mean, they're talking about $500 million if he was pitching and hitting. I mean, for him to get that as just hitting, that ain't going to happen. Now, $300 million is not out of the realm of possibility. Like a shameless plug is tomorrow. Me and my dad talk about it quite a bit.
Who
All right, Mike,
who
you're
in
back
the
on the
hell
clock.
compared? Put James' last comment there. Who the hell did that, James?
No, because he is being compared to Babe Ruth.
They smoking crack
So-
cocaine out there.
Yeah, he's got a better batting and pitching stats at the same time in their career.
Hey, so
Babe Ruth, like, it's hard to compare because obviously it's different eras, right?
Man.
Yep.
But like, Babe Ruth wasn't a full-time player when he first came up. Like in 1915, the Red Sox and Phillies played in the World Series. Babe Ruth had one at-bat in that World Series. Obviously, eventually he got rolling. He was more of a pitcher and then transitioned. He didn't really do both at the same time very much. Otani has done that way better than Babe Ruth ever did, like doing both at once. But nobody's ever dominated the sport the way Babe Ruth did. I've always heard people be like, "Oh, well, Barry Bonds is bad." I'm like, Babe Ruth would hit 50 home runs in a season, where the rest of the sport would total like 40. Like he
And that's the term.
dominated the sport. It wasn't. That would be like someone in baseball now hitting 300, 400 home
I mean,
runs.
Babe Ruth is the reason why there's fences at ballparks.
Yes.
I mean that, but
That's a fact.
I
Yeah.
understand that Babe Ruth is bigger than life, and saying something like that, especially to a
Yeah.
Yankee fan being around, is a slap in the face. But let's be real.
Otani don't have pitches going to his head either.
This is
Wild crazy pitches like they did Babe Ruth coming up, and during all those players that were hitting good, they were going to get beamed.
yeah, but
You just can't really compare eras as much as people want to, and I get that's
Right.
one of the charms of baseball is like you can look at the numbers and all that war bullshit and all that. But the reality is there's different sports, like different. It wasn't a worldwide sport when Babe Ruth was playing. Like but Babe Ruth didn't have the comforts and they didn't have the training and all the modern medicine, of course, either. But they did have to travel, but they didn't have to travel as far. They traveled within a smaller radius. But they didn't get the luxury travel as much, maybe. Like there's advantages to now, there's advantages to then.
Ray left the
Like,
draft, man.
That's
I
why
don't know who
you shouldn't be
to.
comparing them.
I mean, I think regardless, like I think Shohei Otani.
Says Ray left the draft. He must have
okay, let me message him real quick.
Yeah.
Someone write in the chat. Let me.
Yeah, I mean, to sit there and try to compare the two is not fair to.
I think, in my
the
opinion,
memory of Babe Ruth or to what Otani is doing in his lifetime.
in my opinion, Shohei Otani, all he needs to do to be a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, is hit the minimum requirement of 10 years.
Mhm.
Like,
And,
I think he's done enough. Like,
Yeah.
like that,
And
that's
also,
the way I see it. at this
The
point.
rumor was most likely whatever team he went to wasn't going to have him pitching and hitting anymore. He was most likely going to be a hitter wherever he went to. That was what was being thrown around. The Angels is about the only team that he could have went to where he's doing this. And like my dad did bring up a point where because of him, now scouts are looking for these guys that pitch and hit now. So when they're drafting them, they think they're going to do this, but then this happens. It's a long season. It's a long season to try to do that.
Yeah, I think Otani's going to go. He wants a ring. He ain't going to get it at the Angels. I mean, we talked about this last week a little bit.
Yeah.
He ain't staying in L.A. or Anaheim, wherever.
I was going to say he might stay in LA. It just might not be. Yeah.
Well, that's if he
Might
because
not
he's
be with
30, and then if he wants a sure window, he needs to get there,
Yankees.
L.A. Yankees, Mariners, Baltimore.
And if he leaves California, he's going to get more money in his pocket.
Unless he goes to L.A. or San Francisco. San Francisco shipped off on. I think they got a payroll that's over three. They got enough to pay him over $300 million.
I would like to see the Vegas betting odds. I'm sure they're out there. But I would think the Dodgers would be the favorite. The Yankees and Mets will always be up there just because they're New York and they have money.
Yeah.
I do think San Francisco will make a strong push. They've gone after a lot of huge names. They've come second. They were second place for Harper. They were second place for Judge. They were second place for a number of other bigger free agents that some of them they're probably blessings they didn't get. So I could see them making a play. I think Seattle's a sneaky, I would not be shocked if he ended up in Seattle. They're good. They're fairly young. And they have Ichiro to help push that market a little bit for them. So I don't see Baltimore being very likely at all. I mean, I think it'd be cool, it'd be fun, but I wouldn't.
Well, the ownership has money. And the only reason I say that, and my dad brought up as well, is because the window of winning a championship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a destination for that because they're good and they're young. But I just don't I think it's not out of the question, but it's unlikely.
Right. Well,
I know people.
I don't know if the
would love
window
to
for the
see him.
Yankees is going to be right now. They're in a total. I don't know what I talked about it today as well.
Michael, you're up.
Yeah, Battery, I would too. I grew up with that man. He sees a lot of things that other people don't see, and he's never been. What he's learned, he's learned on it.
Joey to Atlanta, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy, and I wouldn't put it.
They only sign guys that they can rip off. So if they can find a way, whatever secret they have to sign guys to contracts well below market,
They
value,
must get pictures of people with sleeping with other people's wives.
It's ridiculous.
Because
If
everybody
their
wants
entire
to
team
stay
became
there.
free agents, almost every guy would more than double what they're getting.
Right. I don't know.
Insane.
I mean, what are they giving Acuna? Like $3 and a place to stay, and
Ozzy Albies gets like one Happy Meal a day.
right.
That's what. Oh my goodness,
I
he got
mean,
like $40 million. He would
and
get
you got two guys
$25
there.
million a year.
Right.
It's like, dude, y'all are in the land of McDonald's. Come on.
They are definitely, the Braves are doing some things right. I mean, they're making a ton of money at their ballpark, their organization.
What goes on there that makes players want to stay?
They're getting guys signed. They got guys that are young. The one scary part, I think, for this specific season, as good as they've been, to win 3 series, they certainly can do it. They might mash their way to it, but their pitching would scare me over the course of 3 series, I think. But who knows? I mean, they're
You mean like
obviously really good.
Scott? You mean like just because they, other than like financially, just like why they would want to play down there?
Well, there's got to be a reason because
I think the fan base.
Cardinals have the best fan base and they don't get away with that.
I think the fan base has a lot because they
I just don't know what's
even when
going
they
on down
suck,
there.
they cheer for them.
And I got to give it to them. They get away with it, and I say get away with it. I mean, they're not like stealing money from anybody or anything. But damn,
I mean, they might be. We don't know.
They need to be doing these weekend classes for other management for teams like at the Hilton or the Holiday Inn. Like, hey, pay $99.95, get a 2-day course on how to get folks under budget, good players.
I mean, it's pretty amazing how they've been doing it. I mean, I know Acuna. I know he said it's the only place he knows. Albies is his best friend. They signed together. They want to play together. And I mean, let's be realistic. How much money do you need to live, right? But Atlanta the suburbs of Atlanta must be one hell of a place to live. I know the school systems are great down there.
Yeah, outside of Atlanta is nice. Yeah,
A lot of money.
cost of living is not bad.
Yeah, see, Battery, I knew Battery would speak up because it's like, I live about 3 miles from Truist Park. It's nice down here. Y'all need a road trip. Yeah.
It's just between Charlotte and Atlanta's the trouble on 85. That Spartanburg Greenville. Jeez, it's horrible. I'm going to tell you, even going to the Braves ballpark and being a Nats fan going down there, they were super nice. I mean, it wasn't like being at a Phillies game. I mean,
it is like most of these ballparks understand like they're tourist destinations, right? People take weekends off, weeks to go see ball games, for whatever. My dad used to go down to Atlanta every year, once a year, to watch a series. Mm-hmm. So they understand that, like, hey, we got to be just like at a park or whatever, outgoing, and we want you to come back. Now, my dad did say when he went to Philadelphia, it was a little rough there when he went to a Phillies game. He said New York, that stadium, they're awesome. They see you walking and you looking around, they'll come up to you and ask you if you need help.
Yeah, it just depends where you are. If you're in the ballpark, it's one thing. If you're trying to ride the subway, it's a whole nother thing.
Dude, right. New Yorkers are just friendly people all around.
Yeah, if he's in the subway looking around, your wallet's gone. But in the ballpark,
that giant rap video that was just up last week.
I've been called a lot of names wearing Philly shirts at Mets games, so I'll leave it at that. So, but I've probably called some people names, at Phillies games that were wearing Mets shirts. So it all evens out.
I'm on the clock. I'm thinking here. I got to make sure.
Take the Saints defense.
I'm not doubling up on bye weekend or tripling up. I've done that stuff.
Yeah, you need a defense and a kicker right now.
I actually never look at the bye stuff. I just assume if they're all on bye 1 week, then I'll just lose that week and do well the rest of the weeks.
I can't afford that.
Hey, Battery,
we're going to take Brandon Cooks. Who's got the 99th pick? Diamond Yard Sports Cards. They should take Brandon Cooks to 99.
Yeah, I mean, James, most people around anywhere, people for the most part are not going to have issues. It's always just a joke and just, always, especially when you get a reputation as a town. But my dad doesn't like the Yankees, and he enjoyed that stadium. He wanted to see the memorials
coming up,
and the lady walked him and his wife then gave him to somebody else to talk about the monuments and everything down there. He really appreciated that.
He just liked it again.
I think generally speaking, it's just going to depend how you carry yourself at a stadium and stuff like that. Like, of course, if you're at a Yankees game, you're wearing Red Sox stuff and you're being a jerk off, like, you're going to get shit.
Yeah, you're going to get it. You're asking for it. We had a guy that with us, a bunch of us went to Atlanta, and he was a Braves fan, and Soto hit the wall and had to come out. And he was like, "You're a bum," and all this. And it's like, even the Braves fans was looking at him like, "Dude, you're a jerk. We got moved from him." But even the Braves fans turned on him being such a dick.
Well, and I've only been to a handful of parks, and I've run into assholes and pleasant people from, when I go to a Nationals game, when I was wearing my Mets stuff, I never had any issues. I mean, and I was there. I like both teams. I like players on both teams. I try to sit near third base so I can see Ryan Zimmerman and David Wright in the same game. I mean, you couldn't ask for two better. When they were both at the top of their game was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Carlisle with some good comments there.
Yeah, he's always got good comments. Hey, he made the comment of the week for 3D or video of the week for 3D or 80s 3D on the 4. Congratulations on that. The new channel for
4 collectors or something.
4 collectors. I don't know. But thanks for coming over here tonight, Carl. I appreciate you. I want to thank everybody that's hanging in there with us tonight. We're trying to have fun. Every once I can't be a banger. I think this is my 154th, 55th or something like that. Let's talk. So, once in a while I gotta have something here.
Fellas, I'm getting off here. We're getting ready to get hit with another storm. We've been getting nailed today, and then the last 2
We haven't
nights
had
too.
anything up here. Nothing.
It's just south of Winston, rain, but not storms. But it's coming up out of Charlotte, and it's lightning a little bit again out there. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
jump
right.
off here.
All right.
Have a
brother.
good week. Later. Enjoyed it.
All right.
Have a good
later.
one.
All right. Bye.
Ah,
Yeah,
damn,
I just
you
didn't
killing
look at
me. That was going to be my next pick. In all seriousness,
Dude, you should have took him early. I took Kirk.
I almost did, and I was like,
Dude, I took Kirk on my last pick, and I was almost going to take London. I went, now let me go with Kirk. And I was surprised London was still there when I got back to me. But then I did have to go with the homer pick and draft
well,
Rodgers.
that's what I thought about. I was going to do the Jets because.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, Aaron is going to throw touchdowns. I mean, yeah.
He
I
might
was
be my
looking at-
starter over freaking Cousins. I still need to get a tight end though.
I thought you got Travis Kelce.
No, I didn't get Kelsey. Someone picked him for me.
Oh, that's right. Somebody got it.
Well, your team's available. Go get Dak.
I looked that's who I had last year because he did throw a lot at the first half of the year. He blew up, and then all of a sudden he didn't know where his end zone was at.
Yeah. You can take my boy Gino. Gino's still available.
You could go with all the Dolphins. No, wait, Dolphins still there. You can go
Yeah, I was
with the
looking
4
at
different quarterbacks who will play for them.
And then the Dolphins comes with a very nice tint accessory that their quarterback will be in most of the time. I was seeing if Brad is still listening. Here is the Dolphins figure just made by Todd McFarlane with the tint accessory. I didn't know he was a G.I. Joe. He's not, but this is where he's going to be at. It comes with a doctor, too. That's going to give him a thumbs up to play.
The Rodgers figure comes with the dark retreat, and Tua comes with the medical tent.
Sweet. I might draft Rob Gronkowski later just for fun and cut him.
He said that some coach would contact him. He'd play for him. I forgot who it was.
I'm just like scrolling through this, and it's like I
No,
just
Namath is not available there, James, but you can see him for sure, though.
Oh, he is available. Oh, Laces Out is up, Brad. Using a Buffalo Bills term for a Dolphins team. Unless I'm confused.
Which one?
Brad, he's got laces out as his team name.
Isn't that that's from Ace Ventura?
Oh, I know, but still.
The dolphin.
Oh, that's right. I got. Okay, there you go. There you go. I forgot about that. Thank you very much.
It's Ray Finkel.
Danny Amendola is still in the system. The dude's been retired for like at least 4 years.
He's not retired. He's just not.
I was going to say the
He's a
official.
free agent for a couple years. In my other league, I'm going through scrolling down the list. I had Matt Schaub on there. It's like Matt Schaub's going to retire. I'm like, he's still in the league?
No, Reese. It's just it's going to be a later. It's not going to be a 4 hour or anything. Oh, I'm on a clock. Okay, here we go. Who are we getting? It's quiet as I'm thinking. All right, that was enough suspense. Juju
Smith-Schuster of the New England Patriots.
That's right. Somebody's got to throw in the ball.
In theory, they'll actually probably be better than they were last year. They might not win any more games because of all the competition in the division, but at least they have a real offensive coordinator this year, so they'll actually have some real plays.
I can't believe how high the Giants quarterback team is ranked. Is the backup quarterback just as good as Danny Dimes?
Well,
Tyrod Taylor, I think.
he does run a lot, so that nets you some more points. I actually might take them as a backup. Because you figure if he runs for 50 yards, it's 4 or 5 points. Every now and then scores a touchdown. Then again, who knows if he'll keep that up now that he got paid. Jamal Williams.
Oh, Danny Dimes. How about the Alabama QB for the Panthers? The problem is who else is on the Panthers? When they get the wide receiver from the Bears, what'd you say?
So Joey took my boy Geno.
The original Geno Smith investor.
There you go.
Sold a little too early.
Investor, dad.
Held too long and sold too early.
Yeah. Well, I held just enough, though, to break even. So at least I didn't lose money on Geno Smith.
It's better than some people's Wander Franco investments have gone.
Yeah. Will Greer. Better investment than Kyler Murray.
I just want to know, like, they said he'd done taking everything down at Wander at the ballpark. Everything down in Tampa.
Well, right now, at least hobby-wise, like, at first his stuff had dropped like a rock, right? To a degree, because people are panicking, but yet people were still buying because they were like, oh, maybe this will blow over. And now I feel like it's a screech to a halt because this is just going to go on into the off season most likely.
Oh, yeah. And it's in another country. So we don't even know if anything ever is going to come of it.
Yeah. So it's just.
That was my problem with this. It could be wrong or whatever, but it's in another country. So what are you going to do if those authorities don't do anything?
It's bad. It sucks for like Tampa Bay Rays fans. You're losing one of your best players when.
Yeah, I mean, is MLB going to do their own investigation? I mean, that's like the only way that they're going to find out the truth. Because I mean, The first thing I thought of was somebody's just trying to get some money out of him, but who knows? Dave is on the clock.
Yeah, it's not looking too good out here.
It's only a 10-team. Come on, man. I'd still seeing a couple guys.
I don't know. It's getting a little rough.
Let's just do this and make it
Who's the
happen.
Raiders quarterback? Who the hell they get? I forget.
Who?
The Raiders.
Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, that's right. Jimmy G. Jimmy G can play. He's just, always hurt. I don't know if he's really a massive upgrade over Derek Carr.
Oh, that's funny.
On the clock.
Yeah. Who takes homers besides me?
Stetson Bennett, 6 years in college, 2 national championships, 0 degrees. That's funny. Stetson Bennett the fourth. Who's Stetson Bennett the fourth? Should I know that name?
Was that the Georgia quarterback?
Here's this Dalton Kincaid this guy was talking about. He was naming off as he was going deep.
He's a tight end with Buffalo. They still have Dawson Knox, so he'll probably be one of those guys that scores 5, 6, 7 touchdowns, but he's going to share catches.
Yeah, but he'll be the second tight end that gets hit in an option pass in the goal line situations. It's probably where he's going to score his touchdowns.
All I have is a bunch of backup wide receivers at this point.
They're pretty good at the running back position. Is Derek Carr a goalie? Never heard of him. What team does he play for? Montreal? Oh, Eric. Hey, I did take a New England Patriots, Sanderson. So they should be happy. Oh, Georgia QB. Cars. New Orleans right now. That means I'm on the clock.
How many of these guys are we drafting now that we're going to cut?
We have 4 more picks.
Even if you don't want to, sometimes you have to pick up, whoever. It's guy gets hurt or, bye week, you want to grab a defense.
Usually I'll draft 2 defenses, but I'm only going to draft 1 kicker. And then whoever's not good on my team, I'll drop.
Virginia fans don't follow college football. I do follow football. I don't follow SEC. They're like the Southeast Division of NFL. Honestly, last year in college football, I was a little upset. I wanted more playoff teams.
Who's up? Brad's up.
I'm got Ertz because he's going to be the NFL Comeback Player of the Year this year.
That's a good pick.
Buccaneers quarterback is now ranked 269. quite the fall from recent years.
Who?
Yeah, battery. I can't wait for that. But
The Broncos?
Tampa Bay quarterback.
Oh,
Jimmy Graham, he's coming back, right? Didn't he sign with the Saints?
did he?
yeah. I heard something like that. If he makes the team. All right, let's see these. All right. Knew who my next guys are.
Oh, Brad says he has 6 wide receivers. Makes me feel better. I only have 5.
You know, I have one.
I feel like late in the draft, I just take receivers or running backs that could get hot that you could either use or maybe you could flip it for something else you
I
need.
have 6 wide receivers as well.
I have 1, 2. I have 4. I have 4 running backs, 4 receivers.
Ezekiel Elliott still sitting there.
Get him. Goal line guy.
Maybe. Stevenson's pretty good.
He's
though.
a homer for you.
You got Jacoby Myers. He used to be there. Now he's
Is there
with
any
Jim.
metric for choosing linemen in fantasy football? Or is that all about? There's been years where you might want to pick up the guard or tackle that sometimes plays the tight end position. Or back in the day, William Refrigerator Perry at running back. Yeah, Battery. I don't know if more SEC teams, hopefully they don't allow that to happen. I'm actually going to a D3 game next weekend. Watch a friend of mine's boy play his first college game. Are we doing a run of kickers now? Is that what's happening?
Oh, did someone take a kicker?
Carlson for the Vegas.
Yeah,
Las
he was.
Vegas Rays.
He was in my queue.
I'm going to get Rafael Sepien.
Man, this works better for me. Unless Jason does something that's going to mess me up.
Do it,
No,
Jason.
Jason just
Knock
took,
him up.
Jason
Knock
just took
him up.
kicker, so I'm good. Yeah, I'll get my kicker.
You got your backup defense yet?
Yeah, I took the Browns. They're playing the Colts on the bye week of the Jets defense. So
You took the
that
Jets
should work out
defense?
all right. Huh?
You took the Jets defense?
Yeah. Dude, Jets got a badass defense this year.
They probably will have a bad defense. I hope they have a bad defense.
Me too.
No, bad A defense. Teams aren't going to score on them.
Let's see what Ray gets.
They look
Come
like
on,
they're going
Ray.
to be pretty good, but we'll see.
Yeah, that Brad says Zeke's going to be a sneaky TD guy.
Dude, he's going to be like, so I remember one year I drafted Jerome Bettis.
Did he say
Right.
TD or Titties?
Maybe both.
I think that was the year they won the Super Bowl. That the year they were like 9-7. I remember he had a ton of touchdowns. He had like 140 yards rushing and like 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was awesome. Now he did start like 2 games and rush for like 150 yards both games. But yeah, I had like it was like some ridiculous like 12 to 14 touchdowns and less than 500 yards rushing. All right.
Let's see. Ray got Perrine.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeke went to Mike. Went ahead and took him this time.
I figure, what the hell? Why not?
I can't believe you're drafting your own team. It's ridiculous.
Horrible. I got 3 backup receivers now, 2 backup running backs.
Dude, I got both Jets running backs, their starting receiver, their quarterback, and their defense. They better not
So
suck.
depending on how the Jets season goes, is how Dave's fantasy team goes.
Yeah. All right.
That's why I don't like to do. I watch those games and I you know. Good one. Got him. San Francisco has a 97.6 win probability against the Braves currently. Really? Oh, are they playing each other tonight? That is the Sunday night game, ain't it? I mean, does the Braves even? I mean, they're just playing to play, so Matt Olson can get the home run championship.
So, what's his name? Acuna's got some competition with the MVP now. Freddie Freeman and Betts, man, they've been so good. Kind of close.
But Acuna's he's got a shot at 40-40. Andy just said, correction, Mike, you have 2 running backs in Zeke Elliott.
There you
go. Good one. Got him.
None of these guys have to play, but, we'll see.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, what we got? We got 2 more picks.
Yeah.
All right. Who's my
with this thrilling content that we're providing?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Ed took the Odell Beckham.
I mean, Beckham could be
the steal of the draft.
It could be good. Baltimore would probably be pretty good this year. Their offense has a chance to be pretty good.
All right, who can I steal here?
Probably nobody. This is all shit. Adam Thielen, he used to be good.
He still is good. He's just Panthers now.
Yeah.
Wasn't he hurt all last year?
He was hurt some, yeah.
Raheem Mostert's available. He usually has like 1 200-yard game a year, and then not much.
Thielen is got some pain.
Well, I think I picked some good keepers. Possibly. So I'm going to try to get a keeper now for next year. Because I can keep London as my 9th pick, and that'd be probably pretty good. Or Cook as my 5th. Let's see, who else is left here?
Big Scott taking the Patriots defense, believing in.
I'm not believing in nothing. I'm just
Bill Belichick.
I stream defense.
Hoping he's not senile at this point. Dalton Kincaid went to Brad.
Damn it, he was in my queue.
I keep clicking on guys in my queue, and then I forget to ever actually look at it. And I just keep looking at the same bullshit over and over again. There, now I have 3 running backs and Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm gonna pick up.
You
a
doing this
7.
on the computer, Scott?
Yeah.
You should have shared the screen. Oh wait, no, that would share what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about it and I was like, I mean, I probably could have for 99% of the time.
Well, I haven't looked at anything but the fantasy screen the whole time since I've been on this live feed. Be a little bit a jump back and forth, but not really.
Well, I got this video up on my phone, and then I have a video playing here and screen.
Oh, this is ugly.
I'll pull up the final rosters and we can sit here and talk shit for a few minutes. Who is Baltimore's new OC, Steven? Dom.
Did the Ravens lose any preseason games?
Oh,
I
the
know.
Pats have the Eagles week 1, so I probably will not be playing the Patriots.
Start them.
Huh? Well,
Start
I
them. The Eagles are so hyped; they'll probably lose.
know Jalen Hurts. He's gonna fumble anyway. Todd Monken. Okay, I knew Brad. Brad is right on it. The Rain Man of the NFL, Brad.
One last pick. Who should I take? Rob Gronkowski, backup
Brad,
kicker,
Brad,
backup
do you
quarterback.
put money on games, Brad?
All right, this could be the steal of the draft here. This could be the sleeper.
Could not be too.
Probably not going to be.
Allen Robinson II.
I forgot that guy existed.
No, okay.
Yeah, that could be the steal.
How many years has he been in the league?
Rookie in 2014.
So you think he's going to be around to use him again in next year?
No, I'm just hoping he does have
Oh,
something
okay.
this year.
Okay.
No, I think like if I'm looking at my keepers, it'd probably be Delvin Cook. It'll be like my 5th round pick next year. Which, if he goes to another team and
I used to do it a lot, Brad, in my younger days.
or London will be my 9th pick next year, I think, or whatever. When I take him at, let me look at my rounds.
I bet you I won't have Pollard on my team next year. I think they're going to use him up this year, get the most out of him they can.
Let's see where I get London at.
See, I just don't think Lamar is the passer that everybody thinks he is. We'll see.
Yeah, London will be my 7th round pick next year if I keep him. That might not be bad if he's good.
I don't even know what round Pollard was supposed to be my pick. It kind of moved so fast. I don't remember missing a round. Brad gets some. Pick me, Brad. Oh, I do the same thing every year on my last pick. At least I try to, at least.
All right.
And why did I pick that person, Mike?
I don't know. Probably because he's from Virginia. There you go.
Wait.
Is everybody done or Brad's still on the clock?
Brad is on the clock. He said he's going to stay on the clock till tomorrow.
Yeah, pause the draft. Your draft is completed.
So now,
Should I share it? I like how it comes up. Share on Facebook. Share on Twitter.
that is not what I wanted to share.
Like anyone gives a shit about this. Maybe I'll do it. I never post on Facebook anymore anyway.
I share on there. I'll share them. Let's see. Let's get rid of that one.
It used to give projections for the year. I don't know if ESPN still does that.
Man, I'm playing Diamond Yard, Diamond Boy. I'm playing Diamond Yard, and I think this week in the other league, in my baseball league. I can't get away from it. Try to sell some 22 Topps Chrome Platinum parallels during the downtime. You see that? Oh, geez.
I don't know if I'm doing a sale this week. If I do, it'll be Wednesday night.
That's because you haven't opened up anything in a couple of weeks. You don't have nothing to sell.
I actually spent the last few days going through stuff, listing tons of stuff on eBay and kind of putting some stuff away. But Tuesday night, I have something else I got to do. Wednesday afternoon, I might be going to a Phillies game with my nephew and my brother.
Oh, there you go.
So maybe Wednesday night. I have like a crazy busy week though. This
All
week
right,
is gonna be.
So I got 49ers quarterback, Saquon, Tony Pollard, Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel, who I think I had last year, TJ Hawkinson, Mike Williams, who I think also had last year, Patriots defense, which is questionable for starting, and Matt Gay.
Oh, I like this final standings projection. Check this shit out. Trending up, Brad 8671. Trending down, Dave's midlife card crisis, Wesker Griffin, DA, MF Bizzle.
Where's that at?
It's like on the league homepage or something.
Let's look at Dave's team. Vikings quarterback, because he loves that team.
Yeah, messed that up. Well, I was going to take Trevor Lawrence.
You can't take Trevor Lawrence. You wanted Jacksonville.
Whatever, same thing.
The Jets defense, Dalton Schultz. Hey, he used to be with the Cowboys. I think that's a Cowboys jersey he's wearing right now.
Yeah, it's not a bad.
No, he's actually, I was upset when Dallas didn't.
Final standing projection has Dave's midlife card crisis being the worst team.
That's a lie.
We are looking at his roster right now.
I think all it does is probably take the projected points or something. So it doesn't really, like, you have guys who are never going to actually play.
Yeah, that Allen Robinson pick probably didn't help my cause.
Mike O sold me all my Braves. You need to.
I might have some Braves parallels available in the eBay store. If you see anything you're actually interested in, Carlisle, let me know because I can create a custom coupon, or if you want to make offers.
Let's see Brad guy, the shaman. That's his actual.
Oh, I can't change this camera, can I? Damn.
So your first week, he's got Chargers, Jonathan Taylor, but he's out. Cam Akers, Justin Jefferson. That's tough. Waddle. How you say that? Freiermuth?
That long name.
He's got two Saints, St. Brown and the Saints. See what I did there? See what I did? And then he's got the all-name team. It's Amon Ra, St. Brown, that Young Ho, Koo, Freiermuth. Who's on your roster? I mean, on your bench.
Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm scheduled to lose to Ed week 1.
Here's another name for you: Jackson Smith and Jigba. And you got Kincaid.
Projections. Oof. My projection is a 139.9 victory over Jason, who's projected at 138.1. That's pretty close. And it probably will be nothing close to that.
I like to see, when is Texas' first game? Is Archie Manning starting for Texas this year? I thought he was playing at Mississippi State, but he's going to Texas. I thought he was going to Ole Miss.
No, he's at Texas.
Is he starting for Texas?
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention to college football.
You know those guys go to the NFL, right?
They do.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
And when they get drafted pretty good, then they go on a spreadsheet.
And then XFL or the XFL, I can't wait to do that fantasy draft though. That's going to be he's going to be a backup this year. Okay, well that's a letdown. Even though he's got like one of the biggest NIL for men's sports.
I think he didn't have a good, like, when I guess the spring game or whatever they do.
Oh, did he go to school early so you're playing that?
Yes, I guess he was did the spring game and he didn't look very good.
I know he's not. He's got a good size, but he's not. He still has a. To me, when I saw him, he still looked like he has a little boy body.
Well, this is
He's
young.
he's a freshman. Yeah, he's a true freshman. 17, 18.
Noah Syndergaard designated for assignment.
Really? Man. He needs to throw more practice, work out more and film it with no shirt on like he did when he's cut back for the Mets. Didn't understand that at all.
And him and Matt Harvey can team up and get some good ball sessions in.
He had 2 decent games for Cleveland and then 2 rough games. Actually, he wasn't horrific. He's not the same. Hasn't been good, but he was better with them than he was with the Dodgers.
Was he hurt last year for the Angels or?
How he got traded to the Phillies?
He was. I think he made 15 starts for the Angels and then 9 for the Phillies, so he made 24 starts. But 2020 he didn't pitch at all. 2021 he only pitched 2 games. It's just not the same guy anymore.
Yeah.
30 years old.
Yeah, I guess I should sell some of his shit, but
I got so much Syndergaard stuff. That was one of the first guys that really broke my heart. But it wasn't his fault. He got hurt.
Well, yeah, I have a bunch of his rookies graded with my Michael Conforto graded cards, and at least DeGrom's somewhat valuable. We'll see how long. I should have sold them all during COVID, but I'm a fucking junkie, so.
Yeah, it's tough. I keep my Mets stuff. I have
has a win in the World Series as a member of the Mets. Like in the pitching, World Series 1-0, 4.5 ERA. No wins, 1 loss with the Phillies.
Syndergaard?
Yeah.
I like North Myrtle, which is kind of close to what you're talking about there, Battery. Big beaches, big lot of sand, flat. don't know if anybody else has a favorite beach they like to go to. Some beach. Well, I think that's going to do. Yeah, I thought it was part of North Beach. That's going to do it for tonight. About 2 hours. I know it's a lot of entertainment going on tonight. Probably didn't learn anything from us three. But I appreciate y'all coming in, having fun with us, just joking around. And we'll keep track, of course, what's going on, and we'll be talking about it later this year. I would like, if Brad's still on one time, maybe next week or so, or next week after, get him on talk. I know he's going to be probably everywhere talking football, but do another actual talk football preseason roundtable, or with the group I have now, and add a couple of people, whatever we need to do. But until then, like, share, tell a friend, and we'll see ya.
Peace out.